All right, welcome to this short little 5-6 minute video for runners. We'll start in a standing position and just take a couple breaths, feeling your feet and grounding and breathing. And I'm going to reach my arms up to the sky as I inhale. As I exhale, I'm bending my knees and folding forward. And you can do this several times throughout the day, before or after you run. Option of holding your elbows like here. And then I'm going to lift halfway up. As I lift halfway up, I'm lengthening the back of my hamstrings and my spine. And then rising back up. So I'm trying to link my breath with the movement as well. So from the side view, I'm going to inhale, reaching up. Exhale, you see me bending my knees as I fold forward. Then I like to give a little shake here. Again, you can let the arms dangle or hold on to the elbows. And then rising back up. So using the core a little bit there as well to rise back up. All right, and then we're gonna start to do some lunges. So I love these for daily stretches as well as for my runner friends. So here we go. From that forward fold, I'm going to lift halfway up, and I'm going to step one knee back. And as I do that, I'm going to grab my blanket just from extra cushion, and then finding a low lunge. So framing the foot, opening the heart forward, and then shifting back. So you get a nice stretch in the hip flexor of the back hip, and then as you shift back, you get a great stretch for the hamstring and the calf. Then I'm going to take it into a twist. So a couple options here. You can keep your hand on the thigh, reach up to the sky, or bend the back knee and grab your foot. And that takes a little bit of practice. So a couple options there. Listen to your body. Come back to a normal, regular breath. And then I'm going to start to release that low twist. I'm going to sit back again, stretching out the hamstring and calf. And then I'm going to take it into like a high lunge. So actually taking it into a little pyramid stretch, straightening both legs. And then rocking back and forth in a high lunge, or what I like to call that runner's lunge. So again, I'm framing the foot. This time the back knee is lifted. And then again, adding that same twist kind of we did in the low lunge. Reaching up to the sky, opening the heart, and then releasing. I'm going to take it into a wide-legged straddle and just kind of dangle. I'm pressing my feet down, lifting my thighs up a little bit. Can play with some movement here. And then some variation of the arms. So you can walk your arms really out in front of you. You can line up your hands with your feet, or walk your hands behind you. So totally your preference, what feels good in the moment. And again, coming back to that normal breath. I'm going to turn it around, coming back into that lunge, stepping forward and back into that forward fold, and then just shake it out. Do a little undoing. We'll rise up. This time I'm going to switch sides. I'm going to do it from the side view, so you get a different angle. So we'll start again by standing, rearranging my blanket there. And reaching up to the sky, inhale, exhale, folding forward, a little bend of the knees there, depending on how tight the hamstrings are. And then we're going to move into that low lunge, or Anjaneyasana. So again, I like a little padding under the knee, framing the foot, and just rocking back and forth, and taking your time. You can take a couple breaths back and forth. Just moving in this dynamic movement, inhaling one way, exhaling the other. And so from that low lunge, I'm taking that twist, my hands on my thigh. You can reach up to the sky, or taking the bind. The bind feels really good for me today. Notice the breath. And releasing, coming back. And then maybe sitting back again if that feels good. So from the low lunge, we take it into the runner's lunge. And again, you can rock back and forth, taking some stretch in that pyramid stretch. We're back into that dynamic movement. breathing in and out, and then taking it again in that twist. So we did a low lunge twist and now the high lunge twist. And then walking it back around to another wide-legged straddle. Any movement that feels good here in your hips, letting go of your head. And I'm taking a twist here, so totally optional. I'm going to keep one hand on the ground. You can bring that hand to the hip or reaching up to the sky. Notice the breath. I'm going to come back down. And I'm going to walk my hands forward. I love the way this feels. It's like a wide leg downward facing dog. I'm going to shift forward and take it into downward facing dog. And just working my feet up and down, pedaling the heels up and down. And then stepping back into where we kind of began in that standing forward fold. And notice the difference here, that first standing forward fold and now this one. We'll rise back up, breathing, taking a moment to pause, gratitude, and hope